What's up, Hoop fans? This is Gary with Hobby Lottery, and today I'm counting down the top 10 rookies from the 2020 NBA draft class that I'm most excited about and who I'll personally be collecting and investing in. Even if you're not a card collector, you should still find this content enjoyable. Feel free to leave a comment below and participate in the discussion. Honorable mentions: Josh Green of the Dallas Mavericks, and from the Toronto Raptors, Malachi Flynn, coming in at number 10. Isaac Okoro, drafted number 5 by the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're looking at a 6'6" shooting guard who's actually going to be starting as small forward for the Cavaliers to start the season. Only 19 years old, has a lot of room for growth and upside. I like his athleticism and his defense. Hopefully he develops his offense over time. You're looking at a guy who's going to get a lot of opportunity on a bad team. We could definitely see him grow. With the drama going on off the court with Kevin Porter Jr., there's a good chance that he may slide to the bench when Kevin Porter goes back into the lineup, but who knows how that's going to pan out here. As for now, I look for Okoro to really grow with the Cavaliers. The number 9 rookie I'm most excited about from this year is Kira Lewis Jr., the 13th pick by the New Orleans Pelicans. Silky smooth, crafty playmaker, only 19 years old, young point guard. He will be playing backup to Lonzo Ball, but Lonzo has had injury history. Look for Kira Lewis Jr. to fill in on those games. Not only that, it appears that Eric Bledsoe will be starting at shooting guard, moving JJ Redick to the bench. This will provide a lot of spacing with Josh Hart and Redick on the floor for Kira to actually drive to the basket and finish as he did in college, though it won't be that easy, of course. He still has a skill set to score points. He can shoot the three, he can drive, he's a playmaker, he can throw lobs to Jackson Hayes. I can see him definitely growing and developing, as of right now he seems to be favored over Nickeil Alexander, the Pelicans point guard draft pick from last year. Moving on to number 8. Cole Anthony, the 15th overall draft pick by the Orlando Magic. Young point guard that I actually like, not only because the Magic are my home team and my favorite team, but he's a guy I am actually excited for. One thing about the Magic with guys like Jonathan Isaac, as well as Chuma Okeke, we don't know what he's going to be. Aaron Gordon's okay. Orlando seems to have a lot of players who are actually quite good defensively, but actually struggle to score. Cole Anthony is the opposite of that, as he's an offensive threat, but he's not that great on defense. I'm hoping him coming off the bench, with them not signing DJ Augustine, he will be the primary guy to get buckets. Him and Terrence Ross hopefully should provide a decent spark for Orlando. Cole Anthony will get a lot of run. I hope he grows and develops, and I hope he becomes an awesome scorer similar to how he was in college. Number 7 on my list, Tyrese Halliburton, the 12th overall pick, drafted to the Sacramento Kings. Man, this guy is athletic and long, good defensively. His jump shot is a little funny, but man, does he have potential. Raw player. Good thing about him, the Sacramento Kings no longer have Bogdanovich, so he's going to be on the bench and probably the primary guy coming off the bench behind De'Aaron Fox. He's going to get a lot of good run. He'll get the chance to develop. I don't see the Kings making the playoffs in the West. They'll probably struggle once again, but with him being a lottery pick and all the minutes he's going to get, players like him with that kind of raw athleticism, playing time is what they need most to actually develop their offensive game. We'll see how he grows as a playmaker. Hopefully he can work on that jump shot, get that to fall more, but he has no problem getting to the rim, and man, can he play some defense. Love this guy. Number 6 on my personal list, Deni Avdija, the number 9 draft pick of the Washington Wizards. Holy cow, I cannot believe this guy dropped as low as he did. From everything, he's only 19 years old and he's played so much basketball overseas in Israel. The sample size is large for this guy. He can shoot, he can drive, he's pretty athletic. He's an okay playmaker, not above average or anything like that, but man, does he have the offensive skill sets to succeed in the NBA. So with Russell Westbrook, though, he is a pretty decent shooter, so now the Wizards do have Westbrook, who would be able to set him up. Westbrook's going to try and get his assists and get those triple doubles, but not only that, with Avdija coming off the bench behind Rui Hachimura, Ish Smith's the backup point guard on that team, and Cassius Winston, another distant point guard, as backup for the Washington Wizards, who are actually past first point guards who could actually set up Deni for easier opportunities to score and actually advance his game. But with him being only 19, as gifted as he is, 6'9", he has all the talents to succeed. I am so excited for this guy, but there's just others that I'm actually more excited for in front of him. Number 5 on my list, Killian Hayes, the number 7 draft pick by the Detroit Pistons. Man, oh man, is this guy talented. I'm talking about crafty ball handle, step back shot like James Harden, and an incredible playmaker. Note that he'll also probably get a lot of assists from throwing lobs to arguably the most legendary lob finisher in NBA history, and Blake Griffin. Though he's had injuries, he can still finish the casual play above the rim. Not only this, what I'm most excited about is not only the fact that he's good, but he's automatically going to be inserted into the starting role with the report from Derrick Rose's agent that Derrick Rose at this stage in his career is okay coming off the bench and has agreed to basically be a mentor to Killian Hayes. Look out for this guy. Though I'm not committed to making a Rookie of the Year prediction until I at least see everybody play at least 1 or 2 actual NBA games, he is one of my favorites right now. He has a good shot at getting it just off usage rate alone. On to the next. The number 4 rookie I'm most excited about this year is Anthony Edwards, number 1 draft pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. I look at him as a great scorer, and he is going to be starting for them. The one thing, he is good. The thing that troubles me most is he may not care about basketball and be as passionate about it, which reminds me of Andrew Wiggins 2.0. The way I see it, as well as him not only being the best rookie in this class, but if you think about it, it was Andrew Wiggins and just Karl Anthony Towns on the team. Though Andrew Wiggins may not have lived up to the potential most think he can be, he still averaged 20 a game, being alongside just Karl Anthony Towns. The fact that now you have Karl and D'Angelo Russell there, and then Malik Beasley was giving you close to 20 per game. Anthony Edwards might not get his buckets the first year like many may anticipate, which is why he fell to number 4 on my list and those who I'm most excited to see. On to the next. Number 4 on my list, the number 8th draft pick by the New York Knicks, Obi Toppin, the dunker who dunks on dunkers. Why I'm excited about him, his usage rate should still be high despite the fact that he's coming off the bench. Inexplicably, New York continues to prioritize on veteran players as opposed to developing their younger players. Nerlens Noel still in the starting lineup. Mitchell Robinson's coming off the bench instead of focusing on him, and they will be starting Julius Randle, which is a little more understandable for the fact that Randle is actually their highest paid guy on the roster. Still, you would think maybe they would slide him to center and start Obi Toppin, but Obi, though they don't really have a good good point guard on the team, they do have Elfrid Payton, who is a good playmaker. He will be starting, so Obi will be coming off the bench with Austin Rivers and I believe Frank Ntilikina. Don't really know much to think of those guys, but I think he's talented enough to get his buckets on his own without people setting him up for lobs as well, and I look for this guy to really put up some numbers this year. Number 2 player I'm most excited about, James Wiseman, the number 2 draft pick by the Golden State Warriors. Really excited to see him play. Reminds me a little bit of the Kevin Garnett and the Chris Bosh's of the world, just your long guys who are pretty decent in the post, can knock down the mid-range. Hopefully he can develop more into a better defender the same way Bosh and Garnett was. But the reason I'm so excited about this is the Warriors are actually, they're my second favorite team behind Orlando. They're about tied. Orlando and the Warriors are my 2 favorite teams. However, the one thing the Warriors have always lacked is just an awesome big man, and I feel like James Wiseman could be that guy for them. Off rip, he's going to be starting lineup over Kevon Looney and Marquise Chris. And don't forget how great Draymond Green is of a playmaker. He threw a lot of lobs to Andrew Bogut over the years, as well as JaVale McGee. We all know Steph's an incredible playmaker also. I could see this guy definitely just off putback dunks and lobs, easily getting anywhere from 12 to 15 points as a rookie. Hopefully he'll be able to grab at least 8 to 10 rebounds just for being big and down low. So he's actually another one of my favorites. I think has a shot at being Rookie of the Year, but with him having, you know what, he didn't actually participate in the preseason, so we're yet to see him play any minutes, and I have to see at least 1 to 2 games of NBA minutes for these rookies before I really go in on who I think could be Rookie of the Year. But James Wiseman, excited for him. The number 1 player I'm most excited about seeing this year, LaMelo Ball, the number 3 draft pick from the Charlotte Hornets. Why is he number 1 on my list? 6'8" playmaker, incredible. Growing up watching Penny Hardaway for the Orlando Magic and how good Penny was before the injuries took over, LaMelo Ball could be that guy, though not as athletic. He is crafty. Playmaking is there. We've seen a couple in these first 2 preseason games, the around the back passes, just the craftiness with the ball. He sets up guys and it just comes natural to him. Looks like Magic Johnson with some of the stuff that he does out there. Though he is coming off the bench, I still think as the season progresses, though he's not as good defensively as Terry Rozier is, I think they'll see how LaMelo unlocks their offense so well that they will actually move Terry Rozier to the bench and start LaMelo Ball. One of my predictions, consider it bold if you want, or however you want to make whatever you think of that take. I do see LaMelo being a starter for the Charlotte Hornets at point guard before the season ends. Terry Rozier, though he is better defensively, he is a little bit of a ball stopper, likes to do a lot of iso ball, bad shot taker as well. Rozier, he's not, I don't know, I've never been completely sold on him, but LaMelo, incredible playmaker, grabs the rebound, pushes the tempo. I can see him throwing lobs to PJ Tucker, setting up Miles Bridges when he is playing on the bench, giving Devontae Graham some open looks. He's got the skills. This guy's going to be fun to watch. But anyways, guys, that's going to round out my top 10 list for the players I'm most excited about, and also whose basketball cards that I'll be collecting and investing in. And if you're not someone who collects and invests in basketball cards, you should think about it. Not only is it fun, but it can be lucrative. Going forward, I hope my content's enjoyable for those who just love talking hoops, and of course those who are in the sports card market. But anyway, let me know what you think of my list and who you're most excited about down below. Everybody, the floor is yours. Stay safe and be blessed.